And we start with breaking news. The saga Edward Snowden has withdrawn his application for asylum in Russia. The whistleblower was apparently unwilling to stop leaking damaging revelations about Washington's surveillance habits, which was one of Moscow's conditions. He still has requests for refuge being considered by almost 20 other nations. Artisan Isanauer has the latest for us.
He won't take this offer from Russia, from Vladimir Putin, to be welcomed here and gain asylum based on the conditions that Vladimir Putin put out on Monday, which were that he had to stop, quote, harming his U.S. counterparts. Dmitry Peskov, who is Putin's spokesperson, basically reiterated this, saying that asylum could only be granted if he ceased his anti-American activities. Obviously, as we're reporting, Snowden refused these conditions. Now, Peskov also pointed out that Snowden is a human rights activist, and this means that extradition, at least for Russia, is impossible, especially to countries that have the death penalty. He pointed out, really, that Russia never extradites, it only exchanges, and he also highlighted that Edward Snowden never actually crossed into Russian territory, and that Russian intelligence has not and does not work with Edward Snowden. This twist, what does it mean? It means that options are becoming more and more limited for Edward Snowden. Russia was welcoming him. He's put in his request for asylum to 21 countries. We already know that Poland has denied him. So the question now is what choice is he going to make? Venezuela is still an option, but now Russia is out of the question. What is standing out is that more and more countries are making it clear that they are very reluctant to reach out and help Snowden. Rafael Correa last week saying he wouldn't bend to any kind of U.S. pressure. This week, much colder sentiments towards Snowden, basically saying that he thinks he is a very complicated man, calling him a spy. Ecuador is clearly not going to be a place that will give him asylum. Some people thought in the beginning that he would share the same fate as Julian Assange. One of his last options is going to be Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro is here in Moscow, and he has already said that asylum is a possibility for Snowden. But when asked today whether or not he could possibly fly back with him, he did refuse to comment on that question.
And Steve Zhang from the China Policy Institute at the University of Nottingham believes Snowden's at risk of losing influence if he stops what he started.
The value of Mr. Snowden and his capacity to stay in the limelight depends on him being able to say that he's got more to say. Once he's got nothing to say, then his value falls. Then it's really just a matter of how he will be dealt with and whether the Americans will be dealing with him in accordance with American law and all the other diplomatic wrangles that will be involved in getting Mr. Snowden to face the justice systems in the US. So he has a vested interest in keep going.